In this video, I'm going to teach you how to go from $35,000 a month to $75,000 a month as an online fitness coach. If you missed video 1 and 2, make sure you check them out here because what you're about to learn in this video will be completely irrelevant without the foundation established in these 2 videos. And if you just want to cut straight to the chase and you want to learn how to scale your business to $75,000 a month from somebody who's actually done it, tap the button below to book in for a call. What if I told you that you can make $50,000, $60,000, even $75,000 a month while working 6 hours a day? If your business could grow, profit, and make money without you being involved in it. And yes, you would still be responsible for leading your team members and helping them so that they could scale the business. But if your primary job was just leading your team members and high-level coaching for your clients, how would that make you feel? Where all you get to do is post content on Instagram and coach your clients and your business is making money. This isn't just a pipe dream. This is the reality of the top 1% of online fitness coaches. If you don't believe me, check this out.
How much money do you make as a personal trainer?
$30K a month.
About 38, 37K.
40K.
50K a month.
52K.
100,000.
Highest month was 95K in a month.
260 per month.
With his coaching, took me from making $8,000 a month as a personal trainer to $99,000 per month. I'm not talking annual income. I'm talking per month.
So you made it. You're at $35,000 a month, and if you followed my trainings, you've got a VA, a support coach, and a community manager. You've escaped the initial grind, but now you're at a next level and you wonder, how do I scale beyond this? You're booking between 10 and 15 sales calls every single week, but now it seems like your life is consumed with sales calls. It's like, cool, you don't have to do your own DMs anymore, but every single day you're hopping on a minimum of 2 to 3 sales calls. Not to mention, every new client that you sign, you're sending off to your support coach. But when your support coach has 80 to 100 clients, they're already approaching max capacity and you're noticing some things start to slip. You're noticing that your support coach isn't being as attentive to your clients. You're noticing that some check-ins are being missed. You're noticing some client workout programs are being missed. And you keep thinking to yourself, man, the support coach sucks. Like, why can't they work harder? Like, why can't they get back to my clients faster? I don't understand how they can't do such a basic task. So you're signing more clients, you're overloading your support coach, and you want to get more leads, but you don't even have time to think about getting more leads because of your sales calls and the client fulfillment. And your single VA that's working 8 hours a day, don't get me wrong, they're doing a good job, but what about the other 8 hours of the day? Even if they're working in the middle of the day, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. What about 6 a.m. to 12 p.m.? What about 8 p.m. to 12 p.m.? What about the weekends? You're losing all these sales opportunities because you don't have somebody in your account full-time starting conversations. This is called the $35,000 a month ceiling, but don't worry, I'm gonna put you on some game in this video. I'm gonna teach you how to fix it. So let's backtrack for a sec. Now that we've talked about the problem, let's talk about the vision. What does this actually look like when your business is generating $75,000 a month? I'm gonna break down the higher level picture for you, all right? At $75,000 a month, you're gonna be having 60 to 70% profit margins, which means that your business is gonna be generating between $45,000 and $52,000 in profit per month. That sounds like a good time. Now, the money that you're gonna be investing in your business is gonna be in 3 things. Number 1, mentorship. Number 2, your team. And number 3, ads. The reason I put mentorship as number 1 is because if you're not invested in a mentor right now and you're trying to scale your business, respectfully, you're an idiot. And I'm not saying that because you're not smart, and I'm not saying that because you don't have what it takes. I'm saying that because the smart people spend money to save time. And so I always want to go to the person that's 5 steps ahead of me in the field that I'm trying to advance in so that they can give me the blueprint to get to the next step instead of me wasting my most valuable resource, which is time. People think that money's the most valuable resource. I digress. I think it's time because money comes and goes, but once I turn 35, I'll never get 34 back. And so time is the most valuable asset. So rich people spend money to save time. So number 1 is mentorship. Number 2 is team. I'm going to tell you what team members you need to hire at this phase. So don't worry about that. But you're going to need to invest in your team members and you're going to need to make sure that they're paid a decent enough wage where they're going to stick around. You don't have to worry about employee retention. And number 3 is ads. Because organic is definitely the foundation that you want to build your business on. And if you follow my YouTube channel, you'll see that I live by that philosophy. However, if you're just relying on organic traffic to build your business, you're basically hoping and praying that a video goes viral and you're basing your call volume on whether or not your videos go viral. And so yes, I do think having viral videos as a framework is super important, but I think that in order to scale your business to the next level, once you get to a certain level, you need to start running ads and you need to do them effectively. Your business at $75,000 a month has 16 hours a day coverage, 7 days a week. What that means is if you got a VA in your account working from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the weekdays, and you do the same thing on the weekends. That way now, no matter what advertising you're running, you're gonna have people that are getting hit up immediately as soon as they come into the account, which means we're gonna have a much higher probability of getting people to book in for a sales call because we're respecting the number 1 thing that matters when it comes to lead generation, which is speed to lead. Speed to lead basically means How fast are you able to get back to prospects when they shoot you a message? Or how fast are you able to generate that sales opportunity once somebody follows you or sends you a message from a DM ad? The faster you can get back to that prospect, the more likely you are to be able to convert that prospect into a paying client. So if you have a VA in your account 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, what that basically means is that no matter when you have a lead come in, you're going to have somebody that will reply to that person and book them in for a sales call. This is going to give you the opportunity to book leads on autopilot, essentially, and have leads coming into your calendar on a regular basis without you having to do the manual lead generation. And I promise you, it's amazing. You're going to love it. On average, my business does $100,000 to $150,000 in new cash collected every single week because of this lead generation system. So yes, I can teach you to generate $15,000 a week from this system because that's only 10% of what I'm doing. The next problem that we're gonna have to solve with the $75,000 a month business is if you've got a VA in your account 16 hours a day, 7 days a week booking you sales calls, well, that means yes, your sales calendar is going to be jam-packed. It's going to be completely full. At this level, you're gonna be taking 25 to 35 sales calls per week. Do you want to be doing that? Absolutely not. I mean, yeah, do you love making money? For sure. But do you want to spend 35 hours per week on sales calls? Probably not. And so it's going to be a very valuable thing for you to have somebody that takes your sales calls for you. At this level, you're going to have a phone closer that takes 10% of all cash collected on the front end sale, which basically means if the closer closes a $3,500 deal, they make $350. If they got 5 calls in their calendar per day and they're closing 2 new clients per day, that means they're going to make $700 a day. And I promise you, you're going to find a lot of closers that are willing to do that and be excited about that. So you're gonna have a phone closer that's taking phone calls for you. The best part about a phone closer, they only get paid when you get paid, which means there's no base salary. It's an eat what you kill kind of situation. So if the phone closer closes a deal, that means they get paid. Now, the next thing you're gonna have at a $75,000 a month business is you need to understand coach capacity. So before I explain how many coaches you need to have, you just need to understand coach capacity, okay? So I want you to think about when you were an online fitness coach, right? When you were just doing the online coaching, the marketing, the sales, the delivery. How many clients could you handle before you actually got maxed out? For me, when I was an online fitness coach, it was around 80. Around 80 clients is when I started contemplating driving my car off a bridge because that's 80 check-ins, 80 meal plans, 80 client programs, 80 people messaging me on a regular basis. It was exhausting. And yeah, don't get me wrong. I have 80 people paying me $350 a month, making $25,000 a month. However, when you have 80 people paying you that amount of money and wanting your attention, it's not like you can just not give them your attention. And so I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, every day, 6 days a week in order to just keep up with my workload. So 80 clients was my capacity. Now, don't get me wrong, I was also posting content, doing sales calls, doing lead gen, etc. So I like to say around 80 clients is about the max per coach that you're gonna have, which means that if your business is doing $75,000 in revenue, you're gonna have about 200 clients at that point. In order to have 200 clients, you can't have one support coach that handles 200 clients. It's impossible. So you need to understand coach capacity. So coach capacity basically states that each support coach will be able to handle about 80 clients. So 80 plus 80 plus 80, you're gonna need about 3 support coaches at this level. Now, my recommendation is that you have to build out a system where all the support coaches are communicating with each other, and I would recommend that not all support coaches work on all clients. I recommend that each support coach is responsible for their own clients underneath their own account. That way, if their retention ever starts to drop with any one of these support coaches, you're able to go into that specific support coach and solve that specific problem. So $75,000 a month, you're gonna have 3 virtual assistants that are working about 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Then you're gonna have 1 phone closer that's working at a 10% cash collected commission rate, which basically means they get paid when you get paid. Then you're gonna have 3 support coaches that are responsible for all of your clients. And the person that's been with you the longest is gonna be the head support coach. And when we scale to $100,000 a month, they're gonna be a key pivotal role in making sure that we actually do scale because they're gonna be responsible for monitoring the retention rate, which basically means they'll be responsible for training your coaches. This is a really important thing to draw out and just think through so that when we scale to $100,000 a month, you know who your head of offices is gonna be. Underneath your support coaches, you're gonna have your community manager. The reason this community manager is gonna be over here is because you want them to basically check in with the coaches to make sure that everything's good with the community and all the clients. That's really important at this level. So now at $75,000 a month, you become the leader and the visionary, right? At this level, you're still doing the content. At this level, you're still coaching your clients, but your coaching your clients looks different. Instead of you being stuck in the one-on-one grind, you're basically coaching your coaches that are coaching the clients. And that to me is a significantly funner life to live, right? Now, don't get me wrong, your clients came in through your social media accounts, so are they going to want to hear from you? Absolutely. At this level, it's super important that we do group coaching calls, once, maybe twice a week to make sure we're giving our clients a lot of FaceTime with us, giving our clients a chance to ask us questions directly. But at this level, the most important thing is that we mentor and lead the coaches to become better leaders so that they can do their job at serving their clients and you can do your job at building the actual business, being the visionary and leading the team. $75,000 a month is not that hard. I've got hundreds of coaches that are doing over $75,000 a month. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that anyone can do it, but I'm saying that it's not that hard. If you have the work ethic, you have the drive, you have the consistency, and you have the lead volume, and even if you don't have the lead volume, if you have the willingness to learn some paid advertising, that includes follower ads and directed DM ads, and you can just follow the blueprint, study the course, and be a good student and ask questions, then $75,000 a month is 100% possible. $100,000 a month is 100% possible. I've got 30 coaches doing over $100,000 a month right now. We've got Hallie, who's got 36,000 followers. We've got Mina, who's got about 25,000 followers. We've got Jesse, who's got 68,000 followers. And these are just 3 of the most recent people that have hit $100,000 a month. And all 3 of these people use a combination of organic content, follower ads, and directed DM ads. Organic content, follower ads, directed DM ads. Organic content, follower ads, directed DM ads. As well as they have their team established in the way that I described in this video. I taught them how to hire their team, how to train their team, how to manage their team, how to lead their team, how to set expectations, track KPIs. So yes, I can definitely help you scale to $75,000 a month. If you want to learn exactly how to scale your business to $75K a month, or you just want to learn from me directly because you can tell that I've got the sauce, tap the button in the description of this video to book in for a call with me and my team. You will sit down with one of my team members that's been highly trained by me to design you a custom game plan for your online fitness business so that you can walk away clear with an action plan whether or not you decide to work with us. So if that's interesting to you, tap the button in the description of this video. This is for online fitness coaches only, and I'll see you soon.